What's going on, guys? It is Tuesday the 19th. This morning I got a really crazy schedule. Already crazy so far this morning, trying to get this knocked out and looking around at different data that's out there. And since we're watching interest rates just completely pinwheel up and up and up and up, and of course we know it has to do with inflation. We know where we sit in the inflation world, and that is only continuing to rise. And of course, we know where it's from, right? Most of it has to do with the fact that we've been printing so damn much money and the money supply being through the roof. I think I talked about that, showed a chart a couple of weeks ago while I was in Milwaukee. Remember, had the big old mural in the background, showed that chart, all the amount of money that has gone into the mortgage-backed securities, the trillions of dollars, right? And so I was watching the National Real Estate Post this morning, trying to catch up on some of the episodes that they put out, and it's interesting. They were talking about Executive Order 13985, and that has to do with the new federal budget, right? And how Brandon's reaching out and saying that he was going to increase the budget of HUD to try and improve racial equity and, of course, improve underserved communities, which are all great things that we want to have happen. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I like working with the real estate investor, improving underserved communities, right? Picking up houses in these rougher neighborhoods, cleaning them up slowly, one house after another. We're improving that neighborhood, improving the quality of living for those people who are there. But here we've got this executive order that is basically telling HUD, we want you to do your job. And in doing your job, which you looking at your budget, $60 billion, let's go ahead and throw another $11 billion out that to help you do the job that you already have. So $60 billion budget goes to a $71 billion. Now, and what is being told is that they need to make good, honest charge to help minorities and underserved communities. That's what they've been around for from the very beginning. So I'm not 100% certain what the $11 billion is going to do. So what they went ahead and continued to expound upon in this post was what are the new points that have been brought out with respect to their job. So one is to get FHA activities to maximize home ownership for credit-worthy first-time buyers. I don't know how they're going to do anything with that. I mean, creditworthiness has everything to do with the individual and how they make the payments. So I have no idea what FHA activities will do to make that. I just can't break that down because ultimately they've already given a lower down payment option, all these things, lower interest rates to try and help first-time home buyers. And they either can afford it or they can't. That's really what it boils down to. They either pay their bills or they don't, right? Because I don't know how much easier we can make that particular thing other than just giving away houses. And we did in the past do that, right? Go back to 2000, early 2000s, 1998 when that started to happen, where there's pretty much giving a house to anybody. We saw what happened to the entire globe. Everybody got hit with that. Another thing was increase engagement with non-traditional lenders, including community-based institutions to better reach underserved communities. Again, something that they should have already doing. Non-traditional lenders, community lenders, no matter who it is, you can't do anything without some sort of involvement with the Department of Housing and Urban Development. So I'm not exactly certain where that 11 billion is going to go to increase engagement. I mean, the engagement we have is pretty heavy from what I can tell. Another point, increase their efforts to ensure manufactured housing is thriving across. Let me restart that. Efforts to ensure manufactured housing is a thriving source of affordable, durable, quality, and safe housing for Americans, including implementing up-to-date manufactured housing construction and safety standards. That's kind of a lot to read there. So what I find interesting in all of that is the very first word in that statement is to make an effort, right? So that ain't saying you have to even do anything. They're saying we need to make an effort towards this. Well, I would think that there's already some sort of safety standards involved in any sort of construction of homes, whether it be manufactured, whether it be stick built right on site, or whether it be mobile homes. There's got to be already a process. There's already a lot of things that have been implemented with respect to that. I have no idea what new things would be put in place there. But then again, I don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. I'm just saying there's another $11 billion going out. And everything I'm reading on it that they pointed out doesn't seem to me like there's anything all that new. So another thing that they have, another point, improving asset and credit building for renters interested in transitioning to home ownership. That to me, I have no idea. Improving assets and credit building for renters. Unless they're taking out $11 billion in my thought process here, to increase their bank accounts or somehow supplement their income. I have no idea what one could even remotely be doing there to improve a person's asset and credit building. I mean, it's maybe there's classes they're gonna put up, but they already have these things, right? It's getting the people to take ownership of themselves and their own actions. The other and the final of it is proposing a 40-year term for loan modifications under the OMB review, which is allowing mortgagees to provide borrowers in default with a loan modification for up to 480 months to help borrowers reduce monthly mortgage payments and retain their homes. So I find it interesting because the 40-year mortgage has been talked about for years and has never really taken off and never really had any traction whatsoever. So now we're going to be doing that for those who can't pay the bills to begin with, right? So maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's going to help out. I don't know, but I'm still trying to figure out where this $11 billion went. So when you're wondering why inflation is going through the roof, there's another reason, right? They're taking already an extreme budget, trillions of dollars being spent, right? And a lot of it is all ideas, right? Speculative spitballing from what I can see. Not necessarily is there an actual plan implemented somewhere that I believe will have any sort of real adjustment to anything. So thought you guys would find that interesting. Check it out yourself, right? Go look that up, see what makes sense to you. I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying here's what it is. So let's look at the charts. Mortgage-backed securities continuing to keep taking a pummeling, right? We're still seeing this on the decline. And as I had said before, because of where we're at inflation, right, we should be seeing interest rates increasing somewhere to the point of about 13.75% just to get where it should be that any lender would make any money. So we're still on the rise. There's nothing here that's showing us that we're improving as far as rates are concerned. A lot more that this declines, the higher the rates go. So to remind you, the reason I share this with you guys, just so you know, when the lender's telling you, hey, the rate got worse from yesterday, now you see why, right? I'm pointing to my screen, which whatever, but now you see that they're not lying to you. It continues to get there. So my opinion, jump on it while you can, right? There's people that have contracts and the properties are still not done. And now they're seeing higher interest rates and higher costs. They're getting frustrated with the builder, but costs on those houses are going up. So either way, you're still going to spend that. If you hold out and decide not to get those houses now and buy it later, when the rates may get better, probably they won't. The housing's going up. So one way or the other, you're not going to win. I'd say stay in your deal and work it out because you're still getting half of the interest rate of what you should be getting. And even when there's points involved, which there are points these days, because we're trying to get people to still give you money at a loss, you got to pay them something up front. That's just the way it works. Be glad that you're still willing to do it. Jump in there because you're going to save in the long run. And we already know you're already making well more money than they are on the deal because you're fixing your costs while theirs are just running rampant. Thanks, guys. I will talk to you again on Friday.